Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys? I hope you are having a wonderful week. All right. So today, I don't know if you saw the post. I'm expecting that you have since you are here. We're going to be talking about the power of self-esteem. Now, some of you might be like, oh, I really want to like myself, but I don't. Others might be like, I'm doing really, really good at it, but I'm still really hard on myself. I still find myself struggling with perfectionism. Any one of these things or something else like, I do better with taking care of myself. I just feel not good enough. Or there's just different things that get in your way that are keeping you from that love that you want to have for yourself. So today we're going to talk about a few different points that you can practice, as well as a meditation that I'm going to practice with you. Now we can think these thoughts and go, yeah, I know that. But if we're not really practicing it, then we're just still stuck in the pain of things or the uncomfortable of things. And we're still in the criticism and still in the judgment, and we're still lacking that relationship with ourselves. So my name is Tammy Workman-Lopez. My company is Sparks Hope. And my goal is to help people free their minds from negative thinking and free their hearts from that negative emotion that has them feel tied down. And at the same time, feeling comfortable and realizing those thoughts and those emotions are actually there to help you. They're not there to hurt you. And so the more we can understand that, the more we can accept ourselves, accept that process and go, oh, that's there to help me? Okay. So in what way is it going on that I thought this old way, this old belief, this old subconscious pattern, I thought that this was here to help me? Huh. And then it helps you kind of break that down and ask different questions and gain a new perspective. And that is my goal with individuals, couples, families, and groups. And it does work. It's worked for myself. It's worked for folks that I have worked with. And I have worked with a lot of folks. And so as you allow yourself to take a look at it, you can realize this works for everybody. It's just being able to see what practice you need, what support you need, what's holding you back. Everybody's a little bit different, and the mind responds to things a little bit differently, just like everybody has a different fingerprint or different eye print. The way you think or process is different. So if the tools that I'm sharing with you today, and I expect this to be the case, if you find, I think they're a good idea, but I don't know how to practice them, my request is you don't think they don't work. My request is you think, okay, this is new and I don't know how to apply. And here's this lady telling me this information and she seems to know how to apply it. So let me reach out to her and see if she can help me. And that is why I do this work, to help people go through that process, break it down, understand their thinking, understand how to get to the goals that they want to have, get those blocks out of the way that are on a subconscious level. When you allow yourself to take a look at the things you're struggling with, and that trying to be hard on yourself or got to be perfect or all of that stuff was what you were using to motivate you, right? So it's not that you were doing it to try to hurt yourself. Now I'm going to show you something that you'll be able to get the infographic of tomorrow if you're interested. But what I would like you to take a look at with me is the steps of each process. And the idea is if you're taking a look at this step, did that one, this step, did that one. By the time you're going through these steps, you're already going to be feeling better. Now, there's another piece that I would like to share with you. A part of this, I'm going to be talking about how you can see yourself through God's eyes. If you have a different experience and you don't use the word God, or you don't use the term He, or you say universe, whatever word is for you, that's what I want you to connect with. Okay, so this isn't about religion. This is about relationship. Because the idea, if you can imagine somebody who loves another person so much, whether it's a child, some people are still rather young, so they might be like, well, I haven't had that yet, but you might have loved a pet so much, or even a toy or a plant, or felt that love from somebody else. The idea is when you feel that love, you feel totally accepted. There is nothing that you're going to do to make that person love you more. And that's why I use God as the example, because that's who's it's been in my life. No matter what, no matter, even if I'm disappointing myself, I know that God is there for me, loving me, looking at, hey, you've got this. You are your potential. It's going to be okay. So allow yourself to imagine as we go through this process, and I'm going to go into that a little bit more. But as you're going through this process, I would like for you to just imagine, seeing myself through the eyes of someone who loves me so much, who accepts me no matter what, who says that I am perfect just the way that I am, because I'm perfectly me. And when you allow yourself to do that, it's like, oh, I get it. Oh, I feel that love. I feel that connection. It's coming from development and growth versus judgment and criticism and pain. Does that make sense? Okay. As I'm sharing this with you, I want you to think about any questions that you have. I want you to also share this. I'm going to actually do that right now with you. Click on the share button and share this with other people that you know might be hard on themselves. And you don't have to say, hey, I'm sharing this with you because I know you're hard on yourself. You can actually say, hey, this really made a difference for me, and I want to share it with you. There are so many people who do this practice who don't know there's another way. They think that's the only way to move themselves, the only way to feel motivated, the only way to get things done. So people aren't doing it to be harmful to themselves or to you, or, you know, in whatever you see them doing it. Same, I was just sharing with you. They're doing it because they're like, wow, this is what's going to help me move forward in my life. And so then they believe that that's the only way. So go ahead and share it now. I'm actually doing the same thing. I'm going to share it to my profile. I'm going to share it to my story. And I'm going to share it to my networking groups. Now, I'm going to share my screen with you, and you're going to be able to see an infographic that I put together. It's a checklist. And the idea of this checklist is when you give the subconscious mind words, symbols, colors, pictures, it can take things in way easier without resistance. And so as I share that with you, I want you to think about, okay, so how is it that I can allow myself to go through this each day? Where can I see myself doing this? And you can allow yourself to do it before you even open your eyes. So it can be as easy as all get out. Okay. All right. So there is no particular order that this is going in. This is just for you to be able to see. Let me move that out of the way. Each step. And this is, oops. This will be available for you. If it's something that you're interested in, you can comment that you're interested in it by saying, love myself, and I'll make sure to get you this infographic. So here's the deal. Imagine that as you're going through your day, that you're talking to a friend or you're talking to a child. And I use child because people seem to have more patience and kindness with children than they do with adults in a lot of ways. They expect a child to need more patience. For whatever reason, we decided an adult doesn't need that. What you get to realize is that child is still the same person, just older. And so they still need patience. They still need love. They still need support. They still need words of affirmation. If you look into the book, The 5 Love Languages, you'll actually see how adults feel in these various love languages. And there's 5 that are core. But out of those 5, there's 1 or 2 that are your core. Words of affirmation is one of those love languages that speaks love into a human being, that speaks love into their core. There's not a love language that says criticism and judgment. That one's not there. But here's the thing, guys, if you're struggling with that, it's not your fault. This is just some stuff that you learned along the way that you have in your subconscious mind. That's a program that as you do the work, you retrain your subconscious mind and you allow that to shift out and you create a new program. That's all it is. We think that hypnosis work and mindset stuff is all about brainwashing and mind control. Honey, you want to be in control of your mind. You want to be able to wash out the stuff that's not good for you anymore and bring in the stuff that's healthy for you. Your mind works just like your body. You detox your body. You want to be able to detox your mind. You've been trained to be afraid of your mind. You've been trained to be afraid of what you can do with your mind, which means, unfortunately, you're left with the stuff that you don't want to be doing with your mind. You haven't been taught. That's all it is. So allow yourself, as you're thinking about this, to understand that truth. And so number 1, Acknowledge and appreciate your flaws. Now, you might go, hell no, whatever, I don't want this crap. That's okay. That thought is just a flaw. It's just a way of being that you have felt was going to help you, right? Accepting my flaws. It doesn't mean accept it and keep it that way if you don't like it. It means accept it so you can learn from it and see what's needed so you can grow into that. And we'll talk about that in a moment. If you're accepting the flaw, you can learn from the flaw and see, is it really a flaw, or is this just me being really critical and really harsh? Because if that's the case, then the thing to work on is my the way I'm feeling about myself, right? How I imagine myself. And where does that come from? Does that come from people bullying you? Does that come from being compared to siblings? Does that come from parents who are just harsh and critical themselves? Or did it just come from a little boy or a little girl who thought that, well, if I think that to myself, when other people say it, it's not going to hurt my feelings so much. So taking a look at the flaw and accepting it, not like I have to accept this and love this and I want this in my life. No, I accept this and I say, hey, what's going on here? Do I want to change this flaw? Is it even really a flaw? Actually, no, it's okay. This isn't even anything I want to change. I was actually just in the habit of criticizing myself over this thing. And it can help you shift out of it. If there's something that you want to change, then we move into 2. You work with what you have and you grow. So if you're like, I understand this flaw, I accept this flaw, I'm not in judgment of this flaw anymore, and I want to change it. That's it. That's it. That smooth transition is all that you need. And then you get the help to change it. You get the support to help you to see how to do that. And again, don't make yourself bad or wrong that you don't know how or that you're struggling with it. You had to have help to learn how to walk, to eat, to learn how to sleep right, to learn how to anything, your language. You had to learn your own name. Everything you had to learn. There's nothing you did by yourself, right? Children who are left to themselves and not nurtured and not cared for, they die. In many cases. There's actually research and studies that they unfortunately were able to do research and studies with babies like that in the past. And so it helps you to be able to see how the mind and body needs help from others, right? You want other people to ask you for help and be open to your help because, wow, that feels good. And it helps me to learn more and more of what I'm learning myself. It really compounds it. Cool, I like that. We'll allow that same thing for you. So then once you have it, you can go share it with the west of the world. So number 3 is a toughie, right? And all of these can be, but number 3 often is the hardest for people. When you have judgment, you are seeing yourself through a particular lens. And guys, I share this stuff because I've gone through this work myself, and I have to practice this work. Even today, I'm going through various challenges in my life that are having me work through this stuff today. As long as you're leveling up in your life, there's going to be a new thing that you get to work on. And so there are times when we need to clear stuff up. We need to clear stuff up with our own thinking and our own belief system. We need to clear some stuff up with other people who might be saying or doing stuff to us in a particular way. You might be getting the same kind of people in your life that are giving you a hard time. And so it's being able to take a look at how do we clear that communication, whether it's with ourselves or with that other person. And I can teach you how to do that. There's different steps, and there's a different blueprint that I also offer. If you go to my website, sparkshope.life, you'll see a pop-up and you'll get the blueprint for reviving your relationships, starting with yourself. And that's another free tool for you. You'll just put in your information, and all that does is that lets me know who asks for what, so I know how to follow up with them. That's it. It's not going to be some kind of let me reach out to you all the time and all that stuff. Number 4, you're redefining yourself. And this is where I was talking to you about seeing more on how God loves you. And again, if you don't want to use the term God, it's okay. Use what works for you. But I want you to practice with me for a moment. Think about a brand new baby. Think about holding that brand new baby in your hands. Now, if you're not so much a kid person, think about a pet, right? Or something that you love, a plant that you're holding in your hands and you're going, I love this. And so as I'm thinking about holding that baby, the little fingers and the little toes and the little face, Even doing that, it makes you want to be all like, oh. And as you're imagining that, I want you for a moment to allow yourself to imagine that that moves out of the way and you're there. You're there like that baby. And you're able to say, oh my gosh, you're just so amazing. There's nothing you get to do or say or be that's going to make you any more amazing than who you are right now. You're perfectly you. Just sit in that for a moment. Breathe that in. What does it feel like? Being seen as perfectly you. Accepting. Loving. Connecting. Like, oh my gosh, you're just alive. So wonderful. Allow yourself to hold that thing that you love again, the baby, the plant, the animal, the baby doll, if you're a little kid. Just think of that baby that you love. Or if you're a boy, if it's a car or something else, hold that in your hands, imagine it again, and let that get even bigger. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I accept it just the way it is. There's nothing it has to do or be or say. Oh, I love it just the way it is. God loves you just like that. No stipulations. And allow yourself to shift that out of the way again and put yourself back there and bring that same acceptance, that same love, that same, there's nothing you need to do or say. Now you might want to, and that's okay. There's nothing you need to do that makes you any more perfectly you. Breathe that in. And allow yourself to continue to practice now. Seeing yourself through eyes of being loved and accepted and cared for and appreciated just the way you are. Seeing yourself through eyes that say, you're doing a great job. And if you'd like to do more, that's okay. But there's no judgment that's needed. There's no criticism that's needed. There's never any pain to be inflicted on you that's needed. You already know how to motivate yourself. You already know how to help yourself see that if you don't do what you want to do, these are the results. Helping you to stay focused on your goals and your dreams and what you want to do. Let that be the bigger thing that draws you. Or if you're like me, and what draws you more so is fear or pain. I'm pain driven. So I want to avoid pain. That's okay, right? Until you totally shift into being driven by what you love, you can be driven by avoiding pain. So just let yourself, oh, I really don't want to have that problem, so I'm going to do this. I don't want to have that problem, so I'm going to do this. Versus, well, you better do this and you better get it done right. And no, we're shifting all of that out. We're letting all of that wash away. And every time you find yourself starting to be hard on yourself, taking a nice deep breath, imagine what you would say to a child or a friend. And it would sound something like, you're doing an amazing job. Look at how great you're doing. Take a minute. Don't judge yourself. Look at all these things. Tell me all the things you did that were so great. I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. And let them fill up with that joy and that excitement and celebrate that with them. Now you practice the same with yourself. I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. Oh, and because I did all of these things, I love how that feels. And so I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to make sure I meet that deadline. I'm going to make sure I hit that goal. I'm going to make sure that I learn that new skill and get myself even better because I love that. I want that. That's moving me. Practice these steps every day. And you and I just did this in a short time. You can do the same thing, but even faster now that you've practiced it. After you practice something, the mind can do it quicker and quicker and quicker, and you can do it within seconds. So allow yourself with me now. Let me go ahead and stop sharing. Allow yourself to just breathe all of this in, thinking about yourself. Anytime you've been critical or judgmental or condescending to yourself, I want you to think about those moments. Just fill and pop up without judgment. I want you to go, your now self. I want you to step into those moments and say to your you at that time, you did a great job. I'm so proud of you. And guess what? I am your future you. And so I know you're going to do a great job. I know you're going to keep making changes and growing. You're going to keep making a difference in the world. So you don't have to be hard on yourself. Just be supportive of yourself. Just keep your goals. Keep your motivation moving forward. You already know how to do that without feeling bad and being criticized. Because that is just the level of abusing myself. And you're abusing yourself. So you, this present you, lets your past you know she doesn't have to do that anymore to get things done. That he doesn't have to do that anymore to get things done. And he or she will trust you because you share the same heart and you share the same mind. And so they know you are their future. And practice that over every time you feel that you were critical. When it comes up into your mind, you don't have to try for it. They'll come up. And bring that information and it just washes away. Breathe that in. And then just let me know. Let me know how that's made a difference for you. Let me know how, now that you've practiced it, not just thought about it, but literally practiced it. And you could bring your hand to your heart just like I did as you're doing it. And you can allow yourself to realize that you are loved, that you can do all these things, and you can grow your self-esteem with this practice. Thank you so much for being here. Bring it in. Big squishy hugs. You take care of you. And know that you're loved, whether you like it or not. You are perfectly you, my friend. And if you need support and help in doing this in specific ways in your life, reach out to me. My information's over here, 954-657-3407. You can call or text. You can also reach me on any of my platforms. You can look in any of the chats. Everything is there. But you can also go to sparkshope.life and check out my website. I have free supports Wednesday, just like I'm doing right here on my Facebook Live. So please make sure that you invite people so they can get these tools. There are a lot of people who have their reasons. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. Okay, so here you go. You can watch this on replay anytime and it's free. And let's watch it together. So that way the two of you can both also create new memories. Why not? And it also allows you to go through this really calming, changing experience again. All right, you guys, you take care of you. I'd love to hear how this is helping and making a difference for you. And I'd also love to hear any questions or challenges that you have, because that helps me with what I'll be creating each week with my topics. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.